William, the medical medium. So I think there was a question about the seasons changing and the healing process, and I just want to answer it. What happens is, as the seasons change, a doorway opens. If we're doing something for ourselves, taking care of ourselves, like taking a walk or exercising in some way, if we're doing that during the change of the seasons, it amplifies healing. It increases the healing process, and it increases the ignition of healing inside the body. So as the seasons are changing and you're eating better and you're taking care of yourself and you're drinking your celery juice and you're doing your spinach soup and you're doing your potato mono cleanse and you're staying away from your eggs and your dairy products if you're somebody that needs to stay away from that because of chronic illness. If you're doing that and it's happening at the time where the seasons are changing, then the body can utilize it even better for a short time, not for the whole season, even though your body's always healing while you're taking care of yourself and you're doing these things. But this quick ignition, this fast track of healing, this spurt happens in this window of the changing of the season. So if you're doing something, you're doing the heavy metal detox every day, you're drinking your celery juice, maybe you've embarked onto one of the healing protocols or supplemental protocols in Brain Saver or one of the Medical Medium books or Medical Medium Book 1, the new edition, and you see a supplement protocol and you're applying some of it or one thing from it, it's amplified during the change of the season. It's amplified. So it's like your free will is doing these powerful tools. You're becoming empowered. Your body's healing anyway because you're doing these tools. So you're moving forward. Your body's healing. But then there's these little spurts, these little moments in time where the season's changing. There's a shift. There's a solstice shift. The moon is changing. And you get these spurts. Something miraculously occurs. And it could even be as powerful as a 3-day spurt or a 1 week or 2 week even spurt. So that ignition happens inside the body and revitalization starts to occur a little bit quicker. And then it might calm down a little bit, but you're still healing on deep levels. You're healing on organ levels and you're doing the things you need to do, whether it's the morning cleanse every day or the 28-day cleanse or a 369 or a 369 advanced or maybe a heavy metal detox advanced while you're doing that. And the seasons are changing and the moon is changing and the earth is shifting. There's this ignition and there's this internal wisdom that happens inside the physical body that connects to the changing of the guards, changing of the season, the changing of the atmosphere, the changing of time itself. So as that's happening, there's this moment where it's like a snowball rolling down a hill, and it just starts to gather strength in that moment in time and starts to get bigger and bigger. And eventually a snowball just lands and your healing still continues and you still move forward and you're still working on healing, still happening. And the more you're doing that in between seasons counts a lot too. Keep in mind that if the season just shifted and you're like, well, I'm not really doing anything for myself, I'm not doing nothing, I'm not working on anything, there's still potential healing occurring because of the change of the season. But if you're working on it in between seasons, it's preparation. It's getting ready. It's getting yourself ready. So when that change happens again, when things are starting to shift closer to the equinox, closer to the solstice, what happens is boom, all that work you did before, it adds up and it helps to propel that or compound that healing process. It's there for you. It's always there for you. So when you're taking walks and you're taking care of yourself, or taking a hike, or maybe you're in a condition where you can run or ride your bicycle or swim or work out on a piece of equipment of some kind, and you're doing that, it gets stronger and ignites during the shifting time of the solstice, of the season, of the equinox, the moon changing, the harvest moons, the spring planting moons. And as this is happening, winter solstice, it's another one where there's a shift that occurs right there. It's kind of like a wave you hop on. So there's these waves that are moving along, and it feels like you're kind of lost and kind of not grounded, and you're just floating around and you don't have a direction. And then a wave comes through, and it's just this perfect moment in time. You've been doing things, you've been working on taking care of yourself, and that wave comes through, and you get into that wave, and now you're moving forward. You caught the wave, and you're where you're supposed to be in the moment, and the healing just gets ignited, and you start getting more grounded and healing and moving forward. But it's there for you all the time. Anyway, I just wanted to express that information, get that out for you guys. I hope everybody's taking care of themselves just one day at a time. Don't be hard on yourself if you've been under stress, or you haven't had a chance to get into a protocol or keep on a protocol or anything like that. Just take one day at a time and get back up onto the horse. Anyway, pat yourself on the back. Have compassion for yourself always. Know that I love you guys.